I'm done burn, burn. I'm done burn. I'm done burn. Flames gone to my boots, but I don't run anymore. I used to fear this darkness, now I've seen it before. Demons whisper my name like they think I still care.
Hi guys, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in, checking out today's video. So one of my mates lent me this gun to do. It is a Tikka Ace, chambered in 308 Winchester this one is. So fairly new on the market, I believe. Look, sighted in very well here today at 100 meters. So I'll just run through the specs of what I know about it, and then we're gonna have some fun down at the back at the 1000 meters trying to hit a fire extinguisher with this gun today. So we'll see how we go there. Yeah, so the gun, Tikka Ace, this version is the 23.6 or 23.9 barrel in this one, 1 in 10 twist. Look, pretty good for a precision rifle, I guess. Lengthy enough to get down to the K there, so without losing too much drop as opposed to some other barrels I've used. Grizzly muzzle brake up the front there. Look, it helps with taming the recoil on this gun. It does have a Magpul bipod there, so they're not a bad bipod either. I have used a couple of these, pretty adjustable. So yeah, can't fault that bipod. It is an aluminium chassis there, so pretty light. It's a light gun. I'm not too sure of the weight specs, but you could hunt with this gun if you really wanted to as well, or use it in PRS. I think that's what their original design was to do with it. Adjustable hand grip here, so very good there. The buttstock is adjustable too, so the cheek piece and the length of pull there, and it does have this this guide, I guess you could call it there, so works pretty nice as well with the rear bag. Tikka's have one of the best bolts from factory as far as smooth. Works very nice big thick bolt nod there, so it helps with cycling. 10 round magazine, and up top we have a 20 MOA rail, which is a factory one, so it helps us get down to the K, which we can dial this scope to that at this distance, and an element Titan scope on top. Haven't used one before. This one is in MRAD, but tracks well, glass is pretty clear, so look, I'm not too sure the retail price on them. I would probably expect something like this to be around the $1,200 to $1,600 mark here in Australia. But yeah, look, it did sight in pretty well, I will admit, using the factory Hornday ammunition, 168 grain. So the trigger as well, it's a 2-stage, just a factory trigger. Look, I'd probably like it to be a bit lighter, but yeah, 2-stage initial one is very good, and then it is a tiny bit heavy, but look, I think you can adjust these, or you can put an aftermarket one in it. That's probably the only thing I would change if it was my rifle, but look, it does a job, so you can't complain there. So yeah, I'll just show you what it did at 100. Look, we got 4 holes touching, and this was me, the flyer here. I'm not going to fault the gun there, that was certainly me. So yep, 4 holes touching. I'd be extremely happy with that at 100 meters with factory ammunition in this rifle. So look guys, let's get into the shooting. The wind today is very inconsistent. We've just got some data on this obviously to do this shoot. It's gone right to left, left to right, all kinds of different wind holds, but look, that's what makes it challenging. So hopefully we can get on the plate, make an impact down there, and try and hit this fire extinguisher. So I'll just go set up the target cam. I'll be back, and yeah, stick around. All right guys, let's try get this done. I got 10 rounds loaded up, got the target cam and the hit indicator down there at 1,000 meters. So let's see if we can hit this fire extinguisher. Look, the rifle's definitely capable of it. The winds is definitely inconsistent, as I mentioned before, so that would be the biggest thing. And if we can just get at least a hit on there, then we can try and make some minor adjustments with the wind. But yeah, see how we go. This should be fun, so let's give it a go. So it's asking for, say, 12 mils at 1,000 meters. So we've got 10, 11, 12. Let's see what this wind's doing now. So it is left, right to left, sorry. So back down a bit. That's a bit better. Alright, now it's going the opposite way. So I might start with like 0.7 to the left. See how we go. See if we can get this extinguisher. Good if we get it first shot, but I don't like my chances. It may have been a hit. Just left of it though. I think. Hit indicators going off, and they look like they are left of it, but they could be bottom right too. It's just so hard to tell at this distance. I just can't see where they're landing, guys. What I might do, see if I can see the impacts through my spotting scope. No, still can't. All I can see is a hit indicator going off, so that may have been a hit. I did see something come off there, so whether it might have been paint. Hey, there we go. So 0.9 was the wind hold. Right on cue. Awesome, guys. That took 10 shots, but look, got it done. I couldn't see where they were landing on the plate, so obviously I just wasn't holding enough wind there. target cam is down there. Yeah, how good's that? 1,000 meters. Look, it did take 10 shots, but we got there, so that was pretty awesome. Could see it through the scope. It'll probably look good on the cam as well. So look guys, that was a fun challenge. I enjoyed that. It was fun to see the extinguisher go off too. So thanks to my mate, one of my good mates that gave me the extinguisher, I should say. He knows who he is, and I appreciate that. And thanks to my other mate that lent me this gun. So it was fun doing this review. I had a lot of fun. That was pretty awesome to watch through the scope and the extinguisher go off. Hope you enjoyed it through the target cam. So look guys, if you're after a rifle, I didn't check out the price of these, but I would imagine they would be between, I'm just taking a pure guess here, $2,000 to $3,500. I could be way off for one of these. Yeah, they're not a bad rifle, from what I've found for a factory gun. So look, Tikkas, I've never had a Tikka that doesn't shoot, to be honest. So yeah, if you're after one of these, 308, I think they do 6.5 Creedmoor too. It would be a pretty good gun as well. So look, if you're after one, head down to your shop, check them out, see what you think. And yeah, hope you enjoyed this one guys. I'll catch you at the next one.